For more on Hillary Clinton's bid to become the first female U.S. president and the role of women voters, I'm joined by Wardah Khalid. She's a writer and political analyst based in Houston. Hillary Clinton exited her bitter battle with Barack Obama back in 2008. She had a very emotional concession speech. I went back and read it and picked one little part of it. Here it is, quote, "Although we weren't able to shatter that highest, hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you, it got about 18 million cracks in it, and the light is shining through like never before, filling us all with the hope and the sure knowledge that the path will be a little easier next time." Well, this is next time. It certainly isn't easy. And what's up with the female vote?
Right. Well, she's right. It certainly isn't easy. And the female vote, unfortunately for her, right now, it looks like it's favoring Bernie Sanders. Now, that's not to say that Hillary Clinton and people like Madeleine Albright haven't made great strides in breaking that glass ceiling in the political establishment, but voters are looking at beyond her gender, I believe. And so when people like Madeleine Albright make comments like that, saying that there's a special place in hell for people who don't vote for other women, they look at that and say, well, you know, we look at it in a more nuanced approach. Politics and presidency is far more than gender, and I think the voters are saying that right now.
This is a Wall Street Journal poll. 64% of women under the age of 45 supporting Mr. Sanders. You brought up Madeleine Albright, Gloria Steinem, another one who slammed young women voters for supporting Bernie Sanders. Is this just a generational divide? And what about shaming younger women? Is this going to backfire and hurt Clinton's campaign even further, do you think?
I don't think that Hillary Clinton's, kind of dismissal of Madeleine Albright's comments helped her any. It's a serious issue, and you've seen in recent days we've seen that there's been a political backlash against her and further support for Bernie. And I think what it shows is, with Gloria Steinem's remarks, with Madeleine Albright's remarks, people want to see policy. They're not just looking at gender. So shaming them and saying that, what Steinem said, that women are only going to Bernie Sanders' campaign because men are working there and they want to meet men, that's frankly insulting. Women care about policies just as much as men do, and it would behoove these candidates to recognize that.
What does Hillary have to do to get the women back on her side, the younger women?
I think Hillary is going to have to do the same thing that Bernie Sanders is doing, in that she needs to make good policy. So people are tired of the political establishment, and Bernie provides a breath of fresh air. And we can liken this to what happened back in the 2008 presidential election when Barack Obama was a breath of fresh air. People barely knew who he was. A year or two before the election, nobody knew who he was. And he was the one who said he was going to bring change and hope. And Bernie Sanders is providing something similar. He wants to fight against economic inequality. He wants to fight against social injustice. And Hillary Clinton is saying the same thing, but because she has been in the establishment for so long, it's much harder for her to do it. The cards are stacked against her. So in order to reach these female voters, these male voters, the younger generation, she's going to have to appeal to them in a way that shows that, yes, I can be different and I can bring change to Washington.
The major parties have never picked a woman as a standard bearer in the history of this country. Only two women have been chosen as vice presidential running mates, Geraldine Ferraro as a Democrat, Sarah Palin on the Republican side, neither one. Clinton's struggling. There is a Republican candidate, Carly Fiorina, who may drop out after New Hampshire. Her polling very low. Are the hurdles higher for women, do you think, or is it just a matter that the right woman hasn't run just yet?
I think there's no question that hurdles are higher for women, whether it's in politics, business, what have you. Hurdles are definitely higher for women. But at the same time, you also have to look at the policies, and I think that's the important message that women are trying to get out right now. It's not just about her being a woman, it's about her policy. And so when you look at why women are supporting Bernie, I think a lot of them are supporting it because they just frankly agree with his policies. It doesn't matter if she's a woman or not. And for people, I know I personally and other people that I've talked to, it would be great if we had a female president, but that's not the end all, because once she becomes president, what is she going to do when she's in office? So I think it's a combination of factors. Walls are definitely higher for them, but it's going to be something else. It's going to be the policy as well.
Wardah Khalid joining us from Houston. Thanks so much.